Did you know that Ikea, a multinational company that sells ready to assemble furniture, has a history filled with certain myths? Well, let's take a look at the backstory of Ikea. Full name Fyodor Ingvar Kamprad, who was a Swedish billionaire businessman and was also known as the founder of Ikea. The man was surrounded by various myths. He was famous for his economic discipline and hard work. He started his business journey at age of 7 when he sold matches. He realized that he could gain profit by buying matches cheaply in bulk and selling them at low price individually. By age of 10, he was selling Christmas cards, pencils, flower seeds, greeting cards, etc. He started Ikea in 1943 at just the age of 17. The first two letters of the company name were based on his name's start initials, I from Ingvar and K from Kamprad. The other two initials, E was from Elmtarid and A was from Agannarid, which were the names of his farm and village respectively where he grew up. He started with selling pens, picture frames, watches and jewelry. He got his first orders via telephone and traditional mail. It was in 1948 that he began to sell furniture of local manufacturers. His idea was to sell cheap but high quality furniture. Soon, Kamprad opened his first Ikea showroom. But the challenge was that the company had to sell their own furniture to win over their opponents. It was when one of Ikea's workers removed a leg of the table so it could fit in the car that the idea of selling kit furniture, which is also known as ready to assemble furniture, came up. From there onwards, all furnitures were sold in flat pack and needed to be assembled by consumers. The cost of furniture reduced due to it, and people somehow started enjoying the idea of assembling furniture themselves. It was called the Ikea effect. Ikea has furnitures with weird names, and that was connected to Kamprad's dyslexia. He had problem with remembering inventory numbers of the items, so he invented the system of naming the products. For example, he used names of Scandinavian men for bookcases and names of flowers and plants for bed textiles. While generally a private person, Kamprad had published a few notable works. He first detailed his philosophies of frugality and simplicity in a manifesto entitled A Testament of a Furniture Dealer, which was released in 1976. Kamprad also worked with Swedish journalists on the book Leading by Design, the Ikea Story. In this autobiographical book, Kamprad further describes his philosophies and the trials as well as triumphs of founding the Ikea. In next few decades, Ikea began to boom, but Kamprad preferred living in modesty. He continued buying clothes from flea market. He always flew economy class and stayed in moderate hotels while traveling. Soon, it became part of the company's culture. Like workers had to write on both sides of paper to maximize the use. But journalists later found out his luxurious villa and his Porsche. It seemed that Kamprad's story of modesty were mostly myth. Another controversial fraction of Ikea is Kamprad's connection with fascists. In 1994, the personal letters of the Swedish fascist Per Engdahl were made public posthumously, revealing that Kamprad had joined Engdahl's pro-fascist New Swedish movement in 1942 at just the age of 16. Kamprad had raised funds and recruited members for the group at least as late as September 1945. When he quit the group is unknown, but he remained a friend of Engdahl until the early 1950s. Kamprad claimed that it was his greatest mistake and youthful stupidity. In today's time, Ikea earns more than 34 billion euros per year. It is most famous furniture store in the world. Ingvar died at the age of 91 in 2018, due to pneumonia.